This meeting is being recorded.
Students, online students, am I audible? Right. Now we'll move to the further. Previously, we started with object-oriented programming principles introduction. So 9 a.m. Under that, oops. So index of oops already done. Introduction to object-oriented programming principles. So I said, what is the procedure-oriented programming examples? Object-oriented programming examples. Advantages of oops we discussed it. At the same time, list of object oriented principles also started, right? All the principles are Seema coming late and distracting the class is not correct. If anybody come late and ask to move now, don't move it. Say that, go and sit somewhere. Don't distract the class, okay? If you want to come on time. Otherwise, sit in the back side. Okay? Right. Don't distract the class. So all object oriented principles are same in all object oriented programming languages, but whose syntaxes differs from one object oriented language to another object oriented programming language. So this is what I already mentioned in the last class. And I started with the important definition, important wording I started regarding the class concept. I hope that you people remembered what is the use of class. What is the use of class? To develop programmer defined data type. And to develop any real time application in Python, we have to start with what concept? Class concept only. And what is the need of development of programmer defined data type? The purpose of developing programmer defined data type is to store customized data and to perform customized operations. And to develop programmer defined data type by using classes concept, we use a keyword class. Every class name is treated as a programmer defined data type, right? In object oriented programming, every Python program must starts with a concept of class. Without classes concept, there is no Python program at all. This is called definition of a class. And I'm going to prepare now. We'll enter into the definition of a class now. Students, will go for it. Students, as I said already to you, one small diagrammatic representation in the beginning days, I already prepared it. Just if you look at that, if you look at this concept, definition of a class, what is the purpose of programmer defined data type? Come on, programmer defined data type developed by using which concept? What is the need of development of programmer defined data type? Good. ఇంతవరకు చదివితే సరిపోద్ది. దీని తర్వాత చదువుదాం మళ్ళీ. ఫస్ట్ అంతవరకు చదవండి. మొత్తం చదివితే మళ్ళీ డైజెస్ట్ కూడా కాదు కదా. Just read the first point. What is that? Good. Where do you store customized data? Generally, where do you store data in Python? Good. Objects are nothing but variables only now. Objects are nothing but variables. In OOPS, those variables today are called data members. Are called what? Data members. Spell out. In OOPS, data can be stored always in the form of what? Data members. Okay. These data members are present where now? Where I'm going to take it? Programmer defined data type. Programmer defined data type developed by using what? So in the class, what are present? Data members will present. Okay. To perform what next? Customized operations. Who will perform the operations in Python? JVM. Who is that? Very good. Who is that? Who is that? Good. In the first four boys, somebody said, who is that? Correct. Correct. Who is that? PVM or JVM? PVM. Good. Who is that? Wrong answer. Who will? What PVM will do? It reads line by line of bytecode and converted into machine understandable code. That is the purpose of what? PVM. If you answer your own answer, you're very danger. మార్నింగ్ క్లాస్ అసలు వాళ్ళని చూస్తూ ఉంటే నాకే అసలు టెన్షన్ అనిపిస్తుంది. ఐఎమ్ ఫీలింగ్ టెన్షన్. యూనో మార్నింగ్ 0xf. వాట్ ఇస్ ద వాల్యూ ఆఫ్ 0xf? మీకు కూడా తెలియదు అనుకోండి. 0xf 15 హెక్సాడెసిమల్. అది మీకు కూడా తెలియదు అనుకోండి. మీరు ఆల్రెడీ మర్చిపోయింటారు. మీరు కూడా గజనీలే, వాళ్ళ ఫ్రెండ్స్. మీరు కూడా మీరు సీనియర్స్ వాళ్ళకు. ఈ సెయింగ్ 0 ఇంటూ మల్టిప్లయింగ్ విత్ ఎఫ్. అసలు ఏమన్నా కొద్దిగానే ఉందా అతనికి? 0 ఇంటూ ఎఫ్. ఇట్స్ కాల్డ్ ఈ సెయింగ్ 0. ఇట్స్ టోటల్లీ లేమన్. అసలు ఎక్కడో అడవుల్లో ఉండాల్సిన వాడు ఇక్కడ. అడవులు అక్కడెక్కడో. సో 0 ఇంటూ ఎఫ్ ఈస్ సెయింగ్ సంథింగ్ 0. హౌ డేంజర్ ఇట్ ఈస్? డేంజర్ guy. Of course, you also did not reply immediately. I thought that you are going to be Rohit Kumar. College knowledge, that is. Okay. That is college knowledge. Okay. One girl, నాకు ఈరోజు అసలు హెడేక్ వస్తుంది. ఇప్పుడు నాకు హెడేక్. ఐఎమ్ ఫీలింగ్ హెడేక్ నౌ బికాస్ ఆఫ్ దట్ ఆన్సర్. హెడేక్ స్టార్టెడ్. అనదర్ ఆన్సర్, హెడేక్ స్టార్ట్ గోయింగ్ ఇన్ పీక్స్. One girl said 0 by 0. 0 by 0. కమాన్. మీరు కూడా అంతే. డబల్ అయిపోయింది ఇప్పుడు నాకు. ఎనీథింగ్ బై 0 ఈస్ కాల్డ్ ఇన్ఫినిటీ ఐ సెడ్. ఇట్స్ ఇట్ కాల్డ్ 0 డివిజన్ ఎర్రర్ ఐ సెడ్. ఆల్రెడీ సెడ్ నౌ దట్ వై ఆర్ సేయింగ్ 0. మీరు కూడా అంతే మొత్తం అంతా. దట్ గర్ల్ ఈస్ సేయింగ్ 0 by 0. 1 she is saying 1. నేను అమ్మాయిని అడిగాను, హౌ ఇట్ ఈస్ 1? 0 1 1 0 1 1 1 by 1 1. మళ్ళీ ఏ గ్రూపు, బ్రాంచ్ ఏంటి? బీటెక్. నాకు అసలు ఎట్లో ఉంది అసలు బీటెక్ అని చెప్తే అది చెప్పి 0 by 0 is 1 she is saying. Now after listening these two answers and your answer, I am getting headache. So sometimes I feel that is really the people who are coming up is really useful అని. సో 0 by 0 ఎంత మధుబాబులు? వాట్ దట్? మీకు ఏం రాదు అసలు. 0 by 0. ఎనీథింగ్ బై 0 ఇస్ కాల్డ్ 0 డివిజన్ ఎర్రర్. మీరు అది చెప్తారనుకున్నా నేను. ఐ థాట్ దట్ యు ఆర్ గోయింగ్ టు సే 0 by 0 ఇస్ కాల్డ్ వాట్? 0 డివిజన్ ఎర్రర్. బికాస్ ఎక్సెప్షన్ హ్యాండ్లింగ్ ఇస్ ఓవర్ ఫర్ యూ. I thought you are going to tell this answer, but I don't know that you are going to say 0 by 0 is 0. నాకు తెలియదు అసలు. I thought that you are going to tell 0 division error. నేను చెప్పలేదా ఇది? Did I say or not? Then why you are saying 0 by 0 is 0? ఏం చేస్తారా మీరంతా? So come back to the point. Because if I start thinking, I cannot move forward. So anyhow, come to the point. Here I am going to talk about definition of class. They are going to be ultimate students there, and don't know anything. But fashion is very peaks. Umbrella cutting. మళ్ళీ దీనికి ఒక బ్యాండ్, రబ్బర్ బ్యాండ్, దీని లెఫ్ట్ హ్యాండ్. బాయ్స్ కీపింగ్ సంథింగ్ ఇయర్, సంథింగ్ బ్లాక్ ఇన్ కలర్. ఏదో అది టాటూ. ఇక్కడ టాటూ ఒకటి, ఇక్కడ ఒక టాటూ. ఎందుకు ఇవన్నీ? which if no subject is there, why tattoos and all need to be there in the forest? So come to the point back. Now definition of class, I am going to take it. What is the definition of class? Now I am going to say once again, class concept is to develop programmer defined data type. Programmer defined data type is to store customized data and to perform customized operations. To store the customized data, we require data members that are called variables actually, that are called data members in OOPS. The data members I am writing inside of what? Class. Plus I am writing what? To perform customized operations we use functions. We used functions, we use it here. So the functions are meant for what? Performing the operation and provides what? Code reusability. So I'm going to take it data members and then what? Functions. Data members and functions. We will write it together under one unit. Under one unit. That is called a class name. That is what is called a class name. I hope you are following me. So class name contains what? Data members will present as well as what will present? Functions will present. But whenever we define a class, memory space is not coming for data members and functions. Whose memory space will be coming when we create an object with respect to what name? Class name. So now I want to I want to design house. Come to the basic level now. Because when you say 0 by 0 is called 0 infinity or something, because I have to definitely talk about something more original days. You want to construct a house, directly construct a house, you will go for specification of specification is nothing but what an architect will build. An architect will build a model for your house. That model for your house. So you are going to build this kind of thing. You are going to build like this. And this is called a main door. And you will keep like this. And you are writing like this. And these are all called what? Dimensions you are writing. Dimensions you are writing. Total dimensions you are mentioning. And you are mentioning what is hall and all those things. And you are maintaining this entire dimensions in all the four directions. How much dimension? This is called what specification of the house. Spell out this what? Specification of house. Specification of this house we can call. Specification of the house is generally called as what? Modeling. That is nothing but specifying which room is what dimension, how many facilities are there in your things. These are all comes under what? Mentioning how many things you need in your house physically. This is comes under in your terms. These are called plan. These are also called as what? Class we can call. Every specification of the real-time problem is called what? Class. Whatever is mentioned in the plan, when you go to the builder will do what? Construct the house exactly whatever is mentioned in the plan only. Are you able to follow now? So that plan we are going to take it and we are implementing the plan as it is and we are going to get it. Exactly the physical house is coming. Where are you living now? Where are you? This is named as what? X house. And the same house can be constructed Y house, Z house. You can take multiple houses here. What is this X house, Y house, and Z house are called? Come on. Where are you living? In X house, you are living in specification of the house. Come on. X house. Palakanda. Mala em radu mala palakondu untaru. X house, Y house, Z house. What is this X house, Y house is called now here? Object. This is called an object. This is called an object. Where are you keeping your household items? Inside X house, Y house, and Z house. These X, Y, Z houses are called what? Object. Objects are prepared from where only? Class. So class first, object first. Class first. Whatever you are mentioning in the house, the same thing will be coming as a part of what? Object with the memory space. So class will be considered as what? Once again, I'm going to take a example of what? Car, you take it. Car. Car is called what? Class. Aeroplane is called what? Class. Car is called what? Class. Mobile is called class. And you are mentioning how many seats are represented. You are representing how many seats are represented. Two passengers in the back side, one driver seat, one co-passenger. There is a driver adjacent seat plus backside two more spaces are required. These are called what? Data members we can call. And you are going to say what? Engine start, engine stop, AC start, and music player start. And then next is going to be wheel adjusting the seat chairs. These are all called what? Operations. These are all called functions we can call. So car contains what? Car specification contains what? How many seats required? what are the various suites in nature that are called data members, and what are the various operations you can do with the car that are called what? So a car is a collection of what? Data members as well as what? Function. When the car model is designed, there is no memory space created for the car. And once you go for sending to manufacturing unit, according to these measurements and dimensions, they will prepare the component. They will prepare the component. So the car will be prepared it. And this car is going to be called as what here? Object we can call. So where we can store the data? Where we can store the data? మొద్దుబాబులు పలకండి మీరు. Object. Before object, what is required? Class. ముందే ఇంత సినిమా చూపిస్తే కష్టం అవుతుంది. I have to explain lot of content. What is the class is going to contain? What is the class is going to contain? Data members and functions. Functions. You take human. Human. What is human here? Class. Class. What are the human properties? Human properties, human behavior. Human properties. 2 eyes required. 2 eyes required. This is called a data member. And the next 2 ears required. 2 ears required. And 1 nose is required. And next is called what? 1 mouth is required. 2 hands are required. 2 legs are required. These are all called what? Data members. These are data members. Next what? Not reading notes, lazy, forgetting problems. And the next is called what? Not at all practicing. These are all called what? Functions. వీడే హ్యూమన్. ఎవడు? మొద్దు హ్యూమనిడ్. Another human, reading well, practicing well, doing everything perfectly. That is also called human. Who is this now? Human is called what? Class. Class. And you are called what? You are called object of what? Human. What is your object will do? Your object is containing your information plus what you will do, that are called your functions. So class is going to contain what? Data members and method. Data members and right. Now see the word called functions. The word function in OOPS. In OOPS, we call it as a method. We call it as a method. Spell out method. In functional programming, if subprogram of main program is written, it is called simply function. If subprogram is written into OOPS, it is known as what? Method. What is the definition of class now? A class is a collection of data members and methods. Why data members are used? To store the data. Why methods are used? To perform the operations on the data members of the object. So where are you storing the data now? Object. Object is okay. Inside the object, who is present? Data members. What are all the data members are there in the class? As it is that are going to come to where? Object. What are all the methods are there in the class that are as it is coming to where? Object. I think you are following me. So come to the point back, students. Now I'm going to conclude my sentences. What I'm going to say, whatever is there in the class that are going to be applicable to the object. So now I'm coming to small example. I want to do sum of 2 numbers. What you will do? There is no class like S is equal to sum of. There is no class like S is equal to sum of. We have L is equal to list of is there. You have T is equal to tuple of is there. There is one more thing called D is equal to dict of is there. Now I'm going to take it up. There is no class called what? Sum. What I'm planning is, now I will plan for like this. What is this now? Sum is my class name. Sum is my class name. Inside of that, I'm taking what? A, B, C. Why A, B, C? To take 2 values in A, B to store the result in where? C. What are A, B, C? Data members. Now I will get what? One function I will take it. Get vals. Get vals. This is called what? One function, one method, which will read the value for what? AB. Next what? Add values. This is called one more function, which will do the addition of 2 numbers and keep it into where? C. Now I'm going to say what? Display values. Display values I'm going to take. This is also displaying the ABC values. One is reading the data, one is to display, add the data, and one more is to display the result. This is called what? Come on. Class name. Class is containing what? Data members plus what? Methods. So I will create what? Once we define a class, memory space is not created for data members as well as what? Methods. Now I need to create a object. Variable name is equal to variable name is equal to sum of. I will say something like this. S is equal to sum of. What is S? Like L is equal to list of. You are creating an object of list na? Variable name is equal to list class name of. Like that. S is equal to sum of. This is my class name. What are the values which are there in ABC data members? Whenever you say that, you are going to get S of. Now you are getting A. Now you are getting B. Now you are getting C. Memory space will be coming for data members and methods when you create a object. Yes dot. What is the function name? Get vals. Get vals. How it is going to be done? It is reading the values for both of them. I will tell you how to do that. Yes dot. What is here? Add values. Add values. It is going to contain what? 30. 30. Yes dot. What next? Display. Display values. It is going to print 10, 20, 30 will be printed. I hope you are following me. What is this sum is called here a class. So this class is going to be coming to object format. I can store the data in the object. I can perform the operations on it. Very simple, student. It's a very dead easy oopsies, but people can't able to understand them properly because of lack of practice. Okay, now. So I don't know whether you practiced or not. Those who practiced it, it's a dead easy now. I want to go for instead of typing it once again, I will just try to carry my points. Here I'm going to write it. So just one small moment I will bring it. So here, come to this place. Here I'm going to take it. Oops, definition, class definition, I will bring it, students. So here I will take up. So definition of class, this parts I will bring it. So let me close this and I will keep it here. Come on, read out everybody. Start. A class is a collection of data members and methods. Functions in OOPS are called methods. When we define a class, there is no memory space is created for data members and methods, but whose memory space is created when we create an object with respect to class name. Only class name cannot do anything else. Class name will give you only the specification. That specification will make us to create a memory space means I need to create object. What are all the data members and methods are available in the class which are appearing as it is as a part of object with a memory space. So that programmers can store the data in the data members of object and performs operation on the data members of object by using methods. So I hope you are following me now. So understood? Fine. This is about concept of what? Class. You apply this concept on any language. Apply on C++, same concept. Apply on Java, same concept. Apply on C Sharp.net, same concept. Apply in Python, same concept. There is no difficulty. Same to same concept you need to apply. Everywhere else you try to remember this is only the concept of class. Now I'm going to be which programmer you are? Python programmer. You need to learn what? Syntax for defining the class in where? Python. Syntax for defining the class in Python. Syntax for defining the class in Python. How do you define that? Very, very simple. Come on. What is the syntax? What is the keyword I'm using? చూడండి మీరు చదువుకోవాలి. You have to remember once concept is over, everything is there in the concept of class. To develop programmer defined data type by using class concept, we use which keyword? So I will write it here. Class and a class name. I will write here CLS name. CLS name. I will write it. Students, when you come to this place, definition of here, when you come to this place, I'm going to write it. The class is a collection of what? Data members and methods. Simply, I can write it. Data members data members, and simply I can write it what methods. You take any internet tutorial, students, you take any internet tutorial, in 1 hour, whoops is over. YouTube also choose. YouTube means it is a completely out of order. Useful content is not there. Just only for the rating purpose, they will try to keep something. The student don't know that. Student will realize when they go to interview. You see, even in website also, any website you take it, oops, you go through it. Within a single web page, they will say, oops, is finished. And that's why you try to follow carefully, try to put your concentration, try to understand everything. So class name, data members, and next is called what? Methods. But how many data members are there? That is our question mark here. We are having two types of data members here. One is called instance data members, and one more is called what? Class level data members. Instance data members, one more is called what? Class level data members. What is instance data member and class level data member? I will give you perfect answer for you. And methods are of three types. Then one type చెప్పేసి వదిలేయచ్చు. I can leave it, but I don't want, because I already said once you go for anywhere else, you have to remember my class only. Provided when you read the notes of mine. Notes. If you don't read my notes now, you can't understand what is the talent of the notes. So, second, methods are of three types. One is called instance method, class level method, and next is called a static method. These methods are there in the part of the class. So inside the class, how many things are there? 5. One is class level instance data members, class level data members. Instance methods, class level methods, static methods. That is the things. Still there is one more. Constructors also will present. Constructors will contain what internally? Two things. Instance, one is called a default constructor, parameterized constructor. One more is there. Destructor also will present. Destructor means garbage collector related things. So overall class will contain totally 5 parts will be there. 5. Inka if you go to it actually deeply, 8 parts will be there in the class. If I go to an interview, I'll say a class is a collection of instance data members, class level data members, instance method, class level method, static method, default constructor, parameterized constructor, destructor. Interviewer will definitely will ask everything one by one. If you say one by one everything, that is called perfection with coding. If you say class is a collection of data members and methods, that is also definition. That is also definition. Where is a good definition? You can follow. So that's why I want to write full length answer here and try to follow and don't get confused. This syntax itself, I'm going to talk 3 more days. Yesterday one class, still 3 more classes I will speak about this syntax only. So I'm writing here. Don't worry about it. I will explain one by one in the class. Class level data member. Class level data members. I'm going to take it. Class level data members. I'm going to take it. Class level data members. Next, I'm going to talk about class name, class level data members. I'm going to take it. There I'm going to write it, students. Another part of it. There I'm going to write it. DEF, instance method name. Just you go on observing it. I will explain one by one. Instance method name. I will write it. Self, comma, list of formal parameters. List of formal params, if any. List of formal params, if any. Indentation I am writing. Here I am writing. Here I am writing. Specify what? Instance data members. Instance data members. I'm going to write it. Instance data members. Performs specific operations. Performs specific operations. I'm going to write it. Specific operations. This is what I'm going to write it. This is done, students. Now I'm going to take about it. DEF, instance method name and self comma list of formal parameters. DEF. Another kind of thing we are going to write it. At the rate class method. At the rate class method. Decorator concept is already done. So this is called predefined decorator. Decorator is a concept of providing additional processing capability to the normal function. The normal function only. But today we are writing, they gave a syntax for us. It is a predefined decorator. But we defined the decorator, but they are giving predefined decorator. DEF, class level method name. Class level method name. Class level method name of what? CLS, comma, list of formal parameters. Formal parameters, if any. What is the meaning of CLS and all those things? I'll tell you, students. Here I will write it. Mention. Here I am writing. Specify. I'll carry this now. Specify. Here I'm going to say specify class level data members. Class level data members. Class level data members. Performs what operation? Common operation. Common operations. Here I'm going to write it. This is about my concept of what? This is about the concept of class level method. I will explain in detail of it. At the rate of static method, at the rate of static method, there I will write it. There I will write it. Performs block of statements. I'll write it. Performs universal operations, universal or utility operations, utility operations, utility operations. So there I'm going to write it. I will write it one more thing on the top of it. I forget to write you. DE of static method name. Static method name of what? List of formal params, if any. List of formal params, if any. Performs universal operations. Here I am going to write it. Next, DE of underscore init. Underscore init. Self comma list of formal parameters. List of formal parameters, if any. I will write it. Here I will write it. Saying here performs block of statements. Block of statements. Performs block of statements. I'll write initializes the object. Initializes the object. Initializes the object. Initializes the object. And next I will go to, next I'll go to, one more I will write it, students. D of underscore del, underscore del, self of block of statements, block of statements will deallocate the memory space, deallocate, deallocate the memory space of what? Object. Memory space of the object. This is about the complete syntax of the class. So the overall together is containing what? One note I will write it. What class contains? Class contains the following. Class contains the following. What it will do? That is the most important. What class contains? I'm going to talk about it. What class contains? Number one, what are present here? Number one, what are present? Data members are present. Inside of that, what are the data members are present? Instance data members. I'll explain them now. Instance data members. Second is called what? Class level data members. Class level data members. Next is called what? And one more thing is called what? Methods I'm going to tell you. Methods I'm going to tell you. Here I'm going to tell instance methods. Instance methods. Second is what? Class level method. Class level method. And the third one is called what? Static methods. Static methods. Static methods. This is called something like this. Third one I'm going to talk about it. One more is called constructor students. Constructors. Inside of that, there is a default constructor is present. Default constructor. It is also called parameterless constructor. One more is called parameterized constructor. Parameterized constructor. So I'm going to write it. And one more is called, fourth one is called a destructor. Destructor. So destructor is only one. These are the details which is what a class can contain. So such a great syntax will present only in our notes. You go through any tutorial, any YouTube or XTube or YTube, any tube you take it, but tube will be punctured only, not useful to you to have a journey. Understand? That's why be careful and try to follow carefully. Rohit Kumar, YouTube helps us to pass in academics, sir. Okay. If I correct your paper, what will happen? What will happen? Huh? What will happen? మామూలు ఫెయిల్ కాదు అసలు, నాట్ నార్మల్ ఫెయిల్. ఇట్ ఇస్ అసలు లైఫ్ లో అసలు దట్ ఫెయిల్ ఈస్ నాట్ ఇమాజినబుల్, నాట్ ఇమాజినబుల్. ఫర్ ఎవరీ లైన్ I will read properly and I will try to test in my laptop. Is it working or not? If it is working, okay. Otherwise, zero. For every word, I will test it. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Big zero. Big zero will be coming. So that's why academics is totally disturbed, students. In our India, academics are totally disturbed. 80%, 20%, it is going to be different. Rakesh, maybe 5% people will pass. Okay. Let it be, students. So I never correct your paper because why? A pop menduku manaku. Let them pass. Let them pass, everybody. Give a certificate. Some parents are asking, sir, will we get a certificate after Python course? University course ke em ledu. For university BTech certificate only, no value. And then why this is skill set important first? Correct or not? So come to the point of it. Now I will go to, so see, students, because when you see certain situations now, they're always there, in front of your eyes, in front of your eyes. So coming to the point back, now I'm going to take up entering into the subject, because if I enter into other things, it will be, because I will be going out of order and some emotions will come when I'm little delicate. If I see that, I'll be getting disturbed first of all. Do you know what is that situation? At the end of the class, I'll tell you if time permits, because first I will concentrate in the class. Shall start up? What is the definition of class? A class is a collection of data members and methods. How many data members? Two types. One is instance data member, class level data member. What is a class here? Keyword. What is this CLS name here? Class name. Every class name in Python is called a dash. Every class name in Python is a dash. Object. ఎవరు చెప్పింది ఆబ్జెక్ట్ అని? Every class name in Python is what? Very good. Programmer defined data type. Every class name. ఇక్కడ రాశాను చూడండి, మొద్దు బొగలు. మిమ్మల్ని అనాలి, అంటే బాగుండదని. మొద్దు బాబుల బదులు మొద్దు అమ్మాయిలు అంటే బాగుండదు కదా. దట్స్ నాట్ కరెక్ట్, బికాస్ ఐ feel very bad. Every class name in Python is treated as what? Programmer defined data type. Every class name in Python is treated as what? Programmer defined data type. Right? So now I'm going to enter into the further. First, I will start with something like this. Just watch it. Now I'm going to take up. I'll go to PyCharm. Through coding, I will explain. One by one, I will explain. Because conceptually, should be careful enough to understand. So go to this place. Here I'm going to write it. Close this object. Go to this place. Where is it? New project. I'm going to take it. 11 a.m. 9 a.m. 9 a.m. Oops. 9 a.m. Oops. I'm going to take up. So here, try to follow now. I'm going to write it. Come on. First example I'm going to take out. Here I'm writing class object test. Class object test dot py. Class object test dot py. See, mom, I'm writing here s is equal to sum of. What is this line is called? First of all, you tell me L is equal to list of what is this now? List object creation. Correct or not? List object creation. List object creation. Correct? Next step. One more thing is what? E is equal to what here? Couple of. What is this now? Couple object creation. Couple object creation. Why are you creating first of all an object? Why are you creating an object first of all? To store the data. To create an object, what is required? Class name is required. Without a class name, you cannot create what? Object. So class first, object first, class first. So I'm writing here. Similarly, I'm creating S is equal to student of. For example, student of. It is called which object creation? Student object creation. Student object creation. Is it student object creation? This gives you error. Why error? What is not there? Class is not there. So it is giving you which error? Which error? Somebody saying name error. Name error. Why name error? This is not at all existing, na? It is going to give you which error? Name error. See students, name error. So here observe it, name student is error. That is something like this. On the top of it, it is going to give you adjacent to this. Now I'm saying it is called which error? Name error. So my dear students, now I'm going to say it is one of the name error. How do you rectify that? Define the class. How to define the class? Whatever the programming you have done in functional programming, everything you can write with what? Object oriented programming. So Python can be written in how many ways the coding? One is functional aspect, one more is object oriented approach. Object oriented approach applications are lightweight applications compared to functional programming. So now I am writing class, class name. What is my class name? Student. Now say pass. Once you say this, see here red underline gone. Are you following me? Red underline gone. The moment when you create an object, the moment when you create an object, now it is ready to hold the data. Now it is ready to hold the data. So what is this now? Print of, what is this now? ID of S1 is equal to comma, what is this now? ID of S. ID of S1. This is called ID of S1. ID of S1. Now I'm going to write it. Run this code. It is going to contain this ID. In simple word, this is going to be called S1, which is going to contain ID called what? You know, XCXCX 4064. 4064. Is it containing my data or not? Yes. So my dear students, now how to place the data inside the object S1? I'm going to discuss now. First of all, are you clear? So in order to create an object, compulsory what is required? Class definition is required. Otherwise, you will get what? Name error. I will create one more object here. S2 is equal to what again? Student of. Another student object I created. Another student object I created. Now I am writing ID of S2. ID of S2 I am going to say ID of S2. This is S2. Here I am writing S2 here. Try to run this now clearly. Try to see 6832 6556. These are the two IDs are coming, two objects are created. I think you are following me now. Well, students, once the objects are created, now we need to place the data in S1, whose address is something like 123. One more object I will create that is called S2. That is called YYYY here, 9999 here. This is containing the data in S1. This is containing the data in S2. And these are going to be called what? These are going to be containing separate data for S1, separate data for S2. Now I'm going to enter. First of all, object creation clear? Right, clear. So clear. Now I'm going to enter into how to keep the data inside the objects. That is my next target. That's why I will go to the concept of what? First, I will enter into the types of data members. Very, very important and complicated also. For me, it is a dead easy. Why? Because we did lot of coding. Types of data members in a class of Python. In a class of Python. This is my target now. In a class of Python, we can write two types of data members. In a class of Python, in a class of Python, we can define, we can define, we can define two types of data members. Two types of data members. Two types of data members. They are, they are, they are. Number one, I'm going to talk about it. Instance data members, instance data members, instance data members. Second is called what? Class level data members. Class level data members. Class level data members. Now, how this is instance data members and class level data members? Now I will talk about this case. Now I'm going to take about it. Instance data members also I will take. Let us concentrate on instance data members now. Easy students, not a difficult. So let us follow. Number one, instance data members here. So here I'm going to write it. Class level data members now. Class level data members now. So here I'm writing the points about instance data members. Carefully try to follow. And this concept and this knowledge is more important for you to write any coding. Okay, start students. Take an example. Take an example. Task you take it. I want to store. I want to store 10 students data. I want to store 5 students details. Five students details who are learning. Who are learning. Who are learning. Who are learning. What course? Python course. Who are learning what? Which course? Python course. Who are learning Python course. So what is this now? How to go for it? It is going to be simple. What details I decided to store? SNO. Next is called name. Next is called marks. Next is called CRS name. CRS name. I want to go for SNO, name, marks, and course name. I want to take it. SNO, name, marks, and then course name. I want to take it. How many objects? 5 students means what? Student is class only. How many objects I have to create? 5 objects I will create. Take care. All of you must follow me carefully. Here you see SNO, name, marks, course name. Just I will write shortcut here. SNO, next is called name, next is called marks, next is called course. For S2 also I am going to create. Again I will go for what? SNO, name, marks. S2 also I will go for creating same number, name and marks and etc. Number, name and marks and etc. This is called S3. S4 also I will do the same thing. S4 also I will do the same thing. Number, name and marks and etc. We are going to get it. S5 you take it now students. I am going to take the same thing. Number and name and then marks and then next is called what? Course. Be careful, ma. CR I will write it. Course here. CR I will write it. So number, name and marks. SNO, name, marks. SNO, name and then marks. SNO, name and marks. Same. SNO, name and marks. Students, very clearly try to follow. The students which are having is called number one. Next is called what here, Naresh. I will write marks is called 90. And the course name is called what, Python. You're writing what? Python. Done. Next is called next 20. Next is called some student name Yunus. I'm writing here called 90 and I will write Python. And next is called S3 is called 30. Next is called name is called KVR. Now I'm writing here marks is called 11 marks. And then course is called Python here. And next to 40, it is called 40. Next is called what Satyam Rajput. Satyam Rajput is called 89. 89 and then Python only. Next is called S5. It is going to be called 50. Next is called Rakesh and marks is called 80 and then Python. If you carefully look at students this entire data, which values are differing from one person to another person. In this case, seriously think about it. Number, name, marks are differing from one object to another object. So object data is called what? Specific data for particular person. But for all the people, there is one common value is there, that is called Python. This value is going to be called Python, is going to be common for everybody. This common value, don't write, don't try to create the memory spaces separately. If I try to create a memory space separately for S1, separately for S2, S3, S4, S5, it takes lot of memory space. If I want to place hundreds and thousands of people, the value called Python, is it not taking more memory space? Number is different from one person to another person. Name is different from one person to another person. Marks are differing from one person to another person. But definitely there is a common value for what? Course. So what is your idea of memory management here? So the idea supposed to tell is memory space to be created how many times for course? One time. What is the name here? Python. I will write it. I will write Python here. How many times I will write it? I will allocate the memory space for Python how many times? One time only. But memory space for SNO, name, marks to be created what? Again and again whenever we create an object. So the data members called SNO, name and marks are called instance data members we can call, and the CRS is going to be called as what? Class level data members we can call. Class level data members we can call. Class level data members are always used for storing which values? Common values. Class level data members are always used for storing which values? Common values. Whose memory space to be created how many times? One time only, irrespective of number of objects are created. How to create the class level data members every time? I'll tell you the syntax. These class level data members are common for what? All the objects. So that's why class level data members are containing what values? Common values for the objects of the same class. And what about the number, name, and marks are called separate memory space for separate student. Separate memory space for separate student. So their memory space to be created again and again, only once, again and again. So instance data members are always available with whom? Objects. That's why they are also known as what? Object level data members we can call. Which level data members? Object level data members. And I hope you are getting class level data members memory space to be created how many times? One time. Irrespective of number of objects you people will create it. So are you getting me? Are you getting me? How do you understand instance and class level data members? Take one more example. Suppose you take an organization. You take an organization. Employee number, employee name, salary, designation, or specific to particular employee, right? They are called what? They are called what? Instance data members. And the company name for all the employees, class level data members. Take an example of what you know. Take an example of one more thing called banking. You take it. Account number, customer name, balance, address are going to be called what? Instance data member. Separate memory space to be created. That is known as what? Instance data member. Bank name for all the customers of the same branch, class level data member. So first of all, you must have the knowledge about what is called instance data member. What is the class level data member? You need to go for it. Are you following me? One more example, you take it. Your Aadhaar card information, you take it. All 140 crores of Indians Aadhaar card numbers, their names, their addresses are all called what? Instance. Because they are changing from one person to another person. But the country name for all 140 crores of Indians is what? Same. Will you write 140 crores of times? How many times? So are you able to follow? While I am going to create an object, I must think seriously. A good programmer will analyze what will be the types of data members. How many types? Two types. One is instance data member, class level data members. Class level data members, when do you use? To store common values for all objects of same class. When do you go for instance data member? To store specific values. To store specific values. Specific values means what? They are differing from one person to another person. That is called as specific values. Employee number, employee name, salary designations are called instance. Company name for all the employees, class level. I hope you are following me. So come to the point back. Now I am writing instance data members are those. Instance data members are those whose memory space, or I will write it. Instance data members are those who no problem. Whose memory space, whose uh, memory space, whose memory space created how many times? Each and every time, each and every time when an object is, when an object is created, when an object is created. Clear or not clear? When an object is created. And hence, I will write it, and hence instance data members are also called object level data members. Object level data members. Data members. Are you able to follow now? Object level data members. Clear or not clear? Well, so students, why they are object level data members? Because they are available with the object only. Object means specific. Your object, my object, they are all called specific now. Understand, students? Next, all the students in the online need to, because this is a very important difference table. Types of methods, types of data members, they are all just like a universal concepts. You take any student who completed Python, ask OOPS concept, including you also, being a faculty to you, I'm telling directly to you. మీకు కూడా గుర్తుండదు. You also will not remember. Why? Of course, I should not say that, because at least one or two members will remember. I hope, I feel that. If you still don't respond, I can't do anything else. They feel that it is a difficult because of lack of practice of previous things. If you read and do these things well, you will do like anything. So I hope that you will do best. So you take any student outside and ask OOPS concepts, they don't know. What is the class? Generally, students will say collection of object. Is it collection of object? Huh? What is the class? You see, this is the way to answer it. This is the way to answer it. This class ante. This is class. Actually, this word called class coming from educational word only. Tell me, in this class, what is present? ఈ class లో ఏముంది? This class contains what? Data which is there on the board. And the students who are present in the class is called accessories. They are called. They are accessing my data. That is called a class. What is the class? Class లో ఏముంటది అసలు? Every class will contain what? Data on the board plus people who are going to consume. That's called people who are learning. That's called a class is a collection of data members and methods. That's why they named it as a class. If an interviewer is asking what is a class, what you will say? For clarity, you need to ask, sir, are you asking class keyword? Are you asking definition of class? Are you asking about what? Purpose of class? Are you asking syntax of class? If you say this, interviewer will say what is a good in subject he will feel. Because you are asking about class, these many things you are asking. If you don't know class, you won't ask anything. You only will take a class for you, saying that you don't know any class. So finally you understand the class. What is the class? Collection of data members and methods. What are this number, name and marks are called? What is the course name is called? Very good. Come to the point back. Here I am going to write it. Done. Now I am going to write it. Instance data members are used for storing what values? Used for storing which values? Specific values. Instance data members are used for storing specific values. Specific values means varying from one programmer to another programmer. Differs from differs from one object to another object. One object to another object. One object to another object. That is going to be differing. That is going to be differing. Instance data members are used for storing specific values. That is that differs from one object to another object. Is it clear? Good. Sir, how to access instance data members? How to access instance data members? Instance data members must be accessed with respect to. You only tell me. You only tell me. You're an object. I am an object. Somebody is an object. How they will access my details, my number, name, and etc. KVR dot SNO. KVR dot yes name. KVR dot marks like that. Your things how to access your object name dot your number. Your object dot your name. So instance data members must be accessed with respect to what name? Object name or what? Self. Self. Very danger keyword. What is the self? Self is what? Keyword. Some people will say, but it is not a keyword. Even I said by mistake keyword. It is not a keyword. Self is not a keyword. Go. Here I will write it. Here I will write it. Go to this place. Import. Import. Keyword. Keyword as k dot kw list. Kw list. Here self is not there. Self is not there. Self is there or not there? Not there. Which is not there. So definitely it is not a keyword. But why some people are saying it is a keyword? And if you listen that, you never get sleep also. How poisonous explanation they are giving it. Because I virtually heard about it when the WOOPS class is going on. I was in my cabin. I was searched it on faculty. Self keyword, self keyword, self keyword. That is how danger it is. If I ask that faculty directly, go to this place, where is the self keyword here? Anything true is there, for example. If I said this error is syntax error is coming or not? When I write a self is equal to 2012, no error is coming. Keyword means error should come now. Error is coming out. No. Then why how it is a keyword? A blunder. Not talking practically. So student will disturb. Print of what here? Self comma. Type of what here? Self. Because of this, what is happening? It is an int type. So self is an object here, which is containing the value 12. Of type is what? Int. So self is not a keyword. And what is self? I will explain. I will explain right now. Don't worry about the self. Only syntax I will write it here. Object name dot instance data member name. Instance data member name. Instance data member name I will write it. Or I can write it. Self dot what is this now? Instance data member name. Once again I will write it. Don't write self wherever you like it. To be used. I'll write something. Right now, don't worry. Self. In tomorrow class, I will explain what is self. To be used inside of. To be used inside of instance method only. Right now, don't worry, students. I will explain you perfectly. So here I'm going to write it. Self dot instance data member name to be used inside of instance method name. Now coming to the point of it, instance data members are used for storing specific values. Now I'm going to write it. Sir, where to write? How many ways are there to place the instance data members in an object? Programmatically, very, very important students. Programmatically, instance data members are used. Instance data members can be specified. I'm writing here. Can be specified in three places. Can be specified in three places. What is that? Number one, through an object. So I'm going to write it through an object. This is number one. Through an object. Number one. Second one, I'm going to write it through. Through what? Or inside of instance method. inside of instance method. Say third one I am writing inside of what you know, inside of what you know. Coming to this place, inside of a constructor, I can write it. Inside of constructor, inside of constructor, I can write it. Inside of constructor, I'm writing. These many places I can mention my instance data members. Simply, I can say, okay, first one I will say it is over, but I want to tell completely what is there in the OOPS. This is about the concept of what? Instance data member. Let me come to the practically here. Tell me now, what is the picture here? Picturization is important always. Picturization is important always. This is called S1. This is an address. S2. This is called an address. Now it is going to be two pictures are there, two boxes are there. Tell me now I in S1 box I want to place my data members. How do you place the data members in an object? Three ways. Through an object, through instance method, through constructor. You don't know what is instance method and constructor. You know only object. What is the use of object? To store the data. To create an object, what is required? Class. Why you are going for your own class? For customization in data storage, to customization in operations. That's why I will take my own class. Are you following me? Right. Tell me now. Keep the data in where? S1. Keep the data in where next? S2. So when I'm going to keep the data in S1, what should I write it? S1 dot. S1 dot. What is the dot there? Member accessor operator. Spell out member accessor operator. I will write it. Place. What data I'm placing? Place data members in S1. Data members in S1. Data members in S1. Data members in S1. In S1, I'm going to keep the data members. What are those data members? Called instance data members. Why? Any data member present in the object, that is called specific only. So place instance data members. Place instance data members in an object. How do you write it? S1 dot SNO. Take your own variable name, no problem. Because the Python is a dynamically typed programming language. In S1, I want what variable? SNO is equal to what? 100. In S1, picturization important. In S1, what is placed? SNO is equal to what? 100. Next name colon RS. Next marks colon something. Come on. S1 dot name is equal to row sum. Next I'm going to write it S1 dot what here? Marks is equal to, I will write it what? 45.67. Are you following me? S1 dot marks is equal to 45.67. S1 dot name is equal to row sum. S1 dot SNO is equal to 100. These are our details are present. In which object these are present? S1. What is SNO? Name and marks are called? Very good. Instance data members. Here SNO, name and what? Marks are called? Marks are called instance data members. Instance data members. Instance data members. Are you able to follow? Next, similarly, take it as what? Place instance data members in where? S2. S2. I need to keep the data members in S2. How do you keep it? S2 dot SNO is equal to 200. It is not necessary to write a 200 SNO every time. You can write your own variable name, no problem. STNO also you can write. There is no rule that you need to take same instance data member. You can take any instance data member on your own because Python is one of the dynamically typed programming language. Are you able to follow now? Yes. Now I'm going to write it. S10 S2 dot SNO is equal to 200. S2 dot next is called what? Name is equal to Travis. Now I'm writing Travis. S2 dot marks is equal to something like 77.77. How many objects are there in front of you? Two objects are there with full data is available. Now I want to print the data members. Now I put my data in the object. Now display. Come on. Display. A. The display the object data. Display the object data of what? Of what? S1. Display the object data of S1. Display the object data of S1. Now I'm going to take up. Display the object data of S1. How do you go for it now? I will go for it. Content of which object? S1 object. How to print it, students? Now, student number. Student number is equal to backslash t. Student number is equal to, now I'm going to say, is equal to dot format of what? S1 dot SNO. SNO. Print of what next here? Name. I'm taking student name. I'm going to take name. Student name. Dot what here? Name. Next I'm going to write it what here? Marks. Here I'm going to write it what now? Marks. S1 dot what here? Marks. I'm going to take it marks. Are you following me? Now, after finishing this, you say something like this. Now I'm going to write it. It is going to be like, written like this. Students, carefully follow. I will take display the data of what now? S2. Display the data of S2. S2. Content of S2 object. Student number is equal to S2 dot what? SNO. S2 dot what next? Here I will write S2 dot. Next is called S2 dot. Are you following me? Suppose by mistake if you write it, what you have mentioned you need to write the same thing only. By mistake if you write STNO you will get attribute error. What error? Because S2 does not contain STNO. S2 was containing what? But you are writing S2 dot. It is going to give you attribute error. You want to see? You can run this code. So here you see students, you are getting some answer here. Number first object data is coming. Second object time, student object has no attribute called what? STNO. It is suggesting you, it is not STNO, it is called what? SNO. Now you write what? SNO. Try to run students. Now you got an answer. First student ID is coming. First student data is coming. Second student data is coming. Clear or not clear? Yes. Now I want to go for this is assigning the data and placing it. Online students, I hope it is more clear to you. Now I will go to this is comes under class called what? Student. Class called student and whose objects. This part I will write it. This part I will write it in one more place, students. This is comes under instance data members. Instance data members. Data members. Example1.py. Instance data members example1.py. So I'm trying to go for here. So what is this program now? Program for storing student number, comma what? Name and what? Marks. And what? Of course, in object, in that's all, in object. By using what concept? Classes and objects. So this code I will bring it. This is only for testing how to create an objects only I'm taking. So try to carry this and try to paste it over here. In this case, I want to create just only objects. Only objects I want to create it. Only objects I want to create it. How to create an object and whose memory address. Here I'm going to take it class name. So here I'm going to take up class student. Two objects are created. It is just like a main program only. Just like a main program only. There I'm going to take up IDs are created and placing the data. Are you following me? Now, online students, is it clear of how we are accessing that? Object name dot object name dot object name dot. Clear or not clear? Right. Now I will move to the further. One more way I am going to tell you. Instance data member example2.py. Another way how to do it. Please be careful. 2.py. 2.py. 2.py I am going to take it. Here I am going to take up. Same scenario I am going to take up. Students. Now try to go for any of memory is created. Keep it aside. Done. Two objects are created. Two objects are created. Two memories are created here. Something like this. This is an object S1. This is an object S2. Object S1 and object S2. X1, 2, 3. Y, something like 3, 4, 5. This is my data which is present. And right now, this is an object which does not contain anything. Here does not contain anything. How do you place the data? Come on, already you did it. This is the way to place the data in both the places. This is the way to place the data in both the places. Because of that, what is happening? Look at very sensitive point I'm going to tell. This is an object S1, SNO colon what 100, name colon what ROSM, and next marks colon what something like 45.67. This is also S2 will be here. SNO colon what 200. S name is equal to TR and some marks is equal to. Dear students, if you look at SNO name and marks are instance data member, 100 and RS and etc. is called what? Values. This internally in our object, this data is organized in the form of key comma value pair. Key comma value pair. Our instance data member and their values are storing internally in the form of key comma value pair inside of S1. So this is internally, our object is internally containing one more object called a dictionary. Internally, one more object called what? Dictionary is present. So in the object S1, instance data members and then values are organized in the form of what? Dictionary. This S2 also internally containing in the form of dictionary. If I create an empty object also, no data present, but internally one empty object is present. Empty object is present. That empty object is called a dictionary. So how to bring out that dictionary, sir? You have to say, to bring out that dictionary data, S1 dot underscore dict. Every object which you create will have one type of magic variable. Magic variable is nothing but what you have to remember. Any kind of variable starts with a double underscore variable name, ends with a double underscore, that is known as what? Magic variable or dunder variable we can call. Dunder variable we can call. What is the dunder variable here? Double underline variables are known as what? Dunder variables we can call. Magic variables we can call. And don't think too much about it. It is not a big deal. Magic variable is nothing but any variable name starts with a double underscore. Any variable name ends with a double underscore, which we call it as what? Magic variable or dunder variable we can call. I think you are following me. So come to the point of it. How to print the S1 data now? One way to print the S1 data is like this. How? S1 dot, S1 dot, S1 dot, S2 dot, S2 dot, S2 dot. Another way to print is what? Like this. Carefully follow. Once again, I am removing display the content of this. Now I'm writing print the content of S1 is equal to, how do you write it? S1 dot underscore dict. That will give you what? Empty bracket only printed. Empty bracket. What is that empty bracket is called? Internally S1 contains one empty dictionary. How do you bring out that empty dictionary? S1 dot your object name dot double underscore dict you will write it. S2 here, this is called S2. Try to run it. Here I'm going to say what is the content like this. Are you following? Now students, how many values are available? I want to print. Come on. Number of values in S1. Number of values in S1 is equal to, how do you write it? ఆ డిక్షనరీలో ఉన్నాయి కౌంట్ చేయాలి. Count the number of values in the empty dictionary. Come on. S1 dot. S1 dot. S1 dot. S1 dot. S1 dot. ఎందుకే మీరంత మొద్దులు అసలు? ఏం రాదు మీకు అసలు? LEN ఆఫ్ S1 dot underscore underscore dict underscore underscore. How to find the number of values in the dictionary? len of d1 na, len of l1 na, len of s na, len of string object na. So what is the number of values? We are going to get it 0. మీరు ఏమైనా చదువుకొని రావాలి కొద్దిగా. You need to read and then come. Only coming like everybody and then try to sit in the class is no use. No faculty will shout on you like this. Because everybody is going to be what? Commercial. But I don't want. I'll shout on you. And I'll take feedback also. How is my shouting now? How is my subject? So S2 dot. S2 dot. So what is an answer? 0. LN of S1. Our answer will not. In S1, what is their dictionary? In the dictionary, how many values are there? No values are available. Now you find the values. Now this is a status without data. Now I'm going to keep the data. You want to keep the data? You want to keep only 2 values, 3 values. It is your own choice. Place the data in S1 and S2. Place the data in S1 and S2. Yes, I placed it. You want to find out that. You want to find out this entire thing. You write it. See, content of S1, content of S2. It is going to print as what? Like library, dictionary. What is this now? SNO colon. SNO colon. What is this? 100. Next name colon. What name? Marks colon like that. Like that you will get it. Length is going to contain what? 3 you will get it. Try to run this. చూసుకోండి సార్ జాగ్రత్త చదువుకోండి. So coming to this place, here it is going to be S1 is equal to, see everything in the form of dictionary. S2 is in the form of dictionary. Number of values in S1 is 3. Number of values in S2 is equal to like this. If you want, you can eliminate this marks here. No problem. In S1 some data, in S2 some more things. Here 2 are there, here 3 are there. Are you following me? It is your own way. Okay, the data is printed. Overall together is called what? 3 values are there. Now I want to print that 3 values one by one. I want to retrieve the data from the object of S1. How to retrieve the data? Display. I will take up the previous program. Display the object S1. Display the object S1. How do you write it? Display the object S1. Come on. ఎందుకు మీరు అసలు data member name comma data member value in where? S1 dot. Come on. S1 dot items. S1 dot items, if you write it, items is a function present in where? S1. S1 does not contain any items function. Items function is there in the dictionary. Dictionary is there inside the S1. మీరు ఉన్నారు ఇప్పుడు, for example, you are there. Your heart is there. I want to touch the heart of yours. What you will do? Your name dot heart, I need to say. Your name dot heart. Who are you? Object. Your object dot heart. Dictionary is present in where? S1. S1 dot underscore underscore dict underscore underscore dot items. ఇట్లా చెప్తాడు కానీ ఎవడన్నా S1 డాట్ ఐటమ్స్ అంటాడా? ఏం స్టూడెంట్స్ మీరు అసలు గుర్తుండదు, పాడుండదు. 70 సంవత్సరాలు 80 సంవత్సరాలు ఉన్నట్లాగా ఉంటారు అంతా అతిమరుపు క్యాండిడేట్లు అంతా. S1 డాట్ అండర్స్కోర్ అండర్స్కోర్ డిక్ అండర్స్కోర్ అండర్స్కోర్ డాట్ ఐటమ్స్ ఆఫ్ very very important. /t data member name, the data member value, format of data member name and a data member value. So see this now. Print this object. This is for which object? Something like this. Try to run this now. One object data printed. SNO name marks. Perfect. Print the data of what? S2. Print the data of S2. Data of S2. Go to this now, S2 object. How do you go for it? S2. Try to print this now. S2 data also also coming. Am I Madhubabu? Are you okay? Next, I won't write anything like this. ఇంకొక mechanism లో రాస్తాను. Dict. By default, dict will give you what? By default, S2 dot dict of what will be coming? Only keys will come. That is the data member name only will come. And if I print only data member name is printed. Only data member names are printed. Try to execute only data member names are printed. But whose values I want or not? How do I get it now? How do I get it now? Huh? Come on. Data member name comma what? Huh? How do I write it? Radu. DMB. Kavya CH. Seema. How do you write a DMB? You will get error. What DM is an error? Is an error is going to come. What is that 4567? Earlier DMB is going to contain that only will come. But our details are something different. So what should I get it? మీరు చెప్పలేరు అంతే. ఎందుకని? మీకు డిక్షనరీ రాదు. Dict of DMN. What is dict of? The big story. See that what is coming now? ఏమొచ్చింది? ఏం రాలా? ఇంతసేపా S2 dot underscore dict underscore of DMN. ఇప్పుడు వస్తుంది ఆన్సర్. సో యుల్ గెట్ ఇట్. దేనికైనా కొద్దిగా సబ్జెక్ట్ ఉండాలి. Without a subject, if you just have a life, no use. In another way, you can also write it as what? Dot get off. Like this, you can get it. This way also you can use it. So, this way also you can use it. చెప్పాను కదా example. This is your head. Once you have good hair on your head, you can comb any direction. You can comb. మీకు ఉన్నదే ఉత్త గుండు ఉంది. You don't have anything in your head. Ring road, bypass road completely. హెయిర్ నీ హెయిర్ అది కాదు నాకు లెక్క. ఇప్పుడు సబ్జెక్ట్ మీకు హెయిర్ ఉన్నది గుండుతో ఈక్వలే. తెలుగు స్టూడెంట్స్ అండర్స్టాండ్. సబ్జెక్ట్ ఈస్ కాల్డ్ ఆర్నమెంట్స్ ఫర్ యూ, నాట్ fashion ornament. Subject is your ornament. Understand? Ornament, if you wear hundreds of times, that may be reducing. But if we wear this python ornament, it is shining like anything. But you won't do. Why? Body not cooperating. Are you following, students? This is called another way of doing this. You can use get keys also. Dot keys you can apply. Dot keys. See how many ways. Same answer. ఒకటా రెండా మూడా నాలుగా ఎన్ని? So many ways you can do. Keys you can get it. Items you can get it. Without keys and items you will get it. So many things I said. This is related to what? Instance data members only I mentioned today. How I accessed it with respect to what name? Madhubabu చెప్పండా? Object name. Next class when I come back, self I will explain. Class level data members also I will explain tomorrow. Actually today I want to complete, but my performance chala danger undi. If I'm pumping, one side it is going, the air is going. Once your cycle is punctured, when I'm pumping, what will happen? Slowly sound is going or not? How the sound is coming, you know. So like that, you know everything. So but subject you need to get it. So anyhow, tomorrow class when I come back, we will go for it. Online students, is my class is clear today? Tomorrow at 9:15 a.m. Right, it's clear. Try to practice it. Read these notes and practice it. Thank you. Carry on. All the best.